Alright, hello friends. I'm a little pissed off today, so this video is going to be different than my usual videos. Yeah, most of you following this, all of you following this, are following me for my interviews with interesting, esoteric, weird, spiritual people. I assume that's what the vast majority of you are following me for, which is cool. But this video is going to be a little different, because there's a little more to me than that, and there's just something on my mind that I got to get off my chest, and even more importantly, something that I just wanted to wake you all up about, and just a little tap on the shoulder, a little tap tap. Alright, so here, it's simple, man. It comes down to this. Look, dude, we're living in 2022, right? Everybody's talking about, like, oh, this is different, that is different. Everything's changed. It's very scary. It's very uncertain. I get that. I'm not marginalizing that at all. Absolute sympathy for everybody. I'm dealing with the same thing. But you know what, man? I was recently reminded, I made a video recently where I went back to some of my experiences in the military, which is actually something that I don't think about too often. And it has churned up some thoughts in my mind, including some lessons that I took away from that time that I apparently have forgotten as I have slipped back into this hypnosis of normal civilized life. And it's a lesson that shouldn't be forgotten. And it is simply this, and it's a lesson everybody's already heard before, but for some reason as human beings we need to be woken up about it constantly, and that message is this. Dude, 2022 or 2002 or 1902 or '02, it's always been essentially the same, man. You only get one time on this earth, man. That's it. Well, I mean, depending on your spiritual belief, you might get more times on earth, and I actually believe in an afterlife, but that doesn't change the fact, no matter what your belief system is, doesn't change the fact that in this particular life, in this particular existence, you only get it once. In this day, you're never going to get this day again. And just let me say, the reason why this is churning up in my mind, I have some other stuff going on in the background in my own life that I'm dealing with. And when I get angry, man, it's actually kind of a good thing, because it's very focused anger, and I get things done, and I can see clearly and know what my objective is and go for that objective. But like, here's the thing, man. When I was overseas, I unfortunately, I witnessed some death, including a lot of younger men dying. And here's the thing, man. The thing that really zapped me about it in that experience is that, I feel like we all live our lives with this delusion that when the end comes, and the end's gonna come for all of us, that it'll kind of be like, you'll have, like, people picture, like, oh, you get shot in the battlefield or something, and you go down, you have a chance to give this last second speech, and it's dramatic, and it kind of gives you this moment to this one last moment, even if it's terrible, even if it's your final goodbye. There's this there's a time. I think that's how most of us perceive our deaths. But I'll tell you, man, as somebody who has witnessed it, that's not true. Your death can be gone like that. Boom, bam, and that's it. Dude walking down the street, sniper takes him out. He's just dead. There is no death speech. There is no glory. There is no gloried, passing notions. There is no tell my mom I said I loved her. You're just gone, man. You're just gone. And yeah, people cry and people are sad, but ultimately your life's just done, and there's no excuses. If you didn't do the things that you wanted to do, if you never even tried, right, if you never even gave it a go, it's just done, man. There's no do-overs. There's no, nobody came out and worked some voodoo and raised people from the dead. I mean, it was just over. It was gone. And I can say that, but and I would hope that it would get people to honestly think about it, because when you actually witness it, man, I wish I could say actually that it's something that you'll never forget, but apparently that's not true, because I myself have forgotten some of these lessons as I've lived this comfortable, lazy, fat, weak modern life. And I needed to be woken up again. That's why this anger that I'm feeling today is actually good. Sometimes you got to be woken up, and sometimes that wake-up call hurts a little bit. It's a slap in the face, but it's good. But I'm telling you, man, when it's gone, it's gone. And for the vast majority of us, or maybe some of us live into old age, but even then, your mind starts to go, so that by the end you're not even the person that you really are now, if you're suffering from certain things. And so I understand that some people will pass in such a way that they will slowly have time to take care to tie up loose strings and stuff like that. But for the vast majority of us, man, when it's over, it's over. And it's just, yeah. And when nobody cares, like, and when it's not, it's the phrase that comes to mind, but it's not actually, it's obviously people care. You have loved ones that are going to, you know, cry for your death and whatever, all of these things. We'll have people that mourn us, but, I mean, in terms of, like, you know, if you always wanted to be, I don't know, whatever, an actor, a photographer, or a scientist, whatever it is that you wanted to do, if you wanted to build your own house or whatever, you either did it or you didn't. And there is no, there's nobody to pat you on the butt and say, well, that's okay. Like, you're just friggin' dead, dude. And, yeah. And when that time comes, your life is the summation of whatever your life was that you made it at that point. And there's no chance to fix things in the end. It's very harsh. It's harsh. I wish it wasn't that way. Just like I wish that you could be a nice... I'm a nice guy by nature. Actually, a very nice guy by nature. But you know what? This is not a world for nice guys, man. This world will eat nice guys. And so you got two choices. You can either keep being a nice guy and complaining about the world, or you can do what you need to do to be more assertive and more aggressive and more forward moving in your life. Because there's no excuses, man. There's no excuses. That's it. Like, your life is what you make of it. Period. And when the ending comes, no more excuses, no more checks to write. You pass with whatever you have put into the bank up to that point. And, you know, how you want to manage that, how you want to deal with that, that's up to every single person to decide. But that universal truth is always the truth, and it doesn't matter if it's 2022. It doesn't matter that we have all the things that are happening in the world right now. When you come down to it, we have always been mortal beings who are ultimately fragile and can be wiped off this earth at the blink of an eye. And it happens that fast sometimes. I've seen it myself. It happens that fast. Sometimes a person doesn't even see the shot that killed him. Sometimes a person's driving and gets blindsided by a car and doesn't even see the car. Just driving and then gone. Goodbye. And I don't know why the world has been created this way. I don't know. But it's delusional to tell ourselves that that the fundamental nature of reality is as soft and forgiving and easy as society and civilization is, because it's not. And I also personally believe that we are coming into a future where people will not be able to just get by as easily as they have been. I think we're heading back towards what really is probably a more natural state of survival of the fittest, but that's just my ideas based on the information that I'm reading and the data that I've looked at and just the trends I'm trying to follow. But that's how I see it. And so once again, it's one of those things, like, you can gear up for it, or you can cry and get run over. You know, you can be the smashed animal on the tire tracks. It's up to you, man. You know, and you know, I used to spend a lot of time trying to, you know, like, refusing and resisting the facts of life out of some, like, moral grandiosity. But you know what? The thing that snapped me out of it was one day I realized, you know, what happens to the gazelles that sit around complaining about the lions? Like, imagine some gazelles sitting around and being like, you know, man, this is a bunch of bullshit. We're walking around in this big herd. We got to constantly keep moving. We're constantly looking over our shoulders as we're trying to eat because of these stupid lions. I'm sick of it. This isn't fair. I'm not doing it anymore. It's unfair. And then their asses get eaten up by the lions because they're hanging out, not paying attention, and just, you know, being lazy dumbasses. So, I don't want to be one of those gazelles. I refuse to be one of those gazelles. So, you know, it is what it is. This world is what it is. We've been born into this world as it is. And the fact is, boom, something could take you out in a second. And there's no excuses. The people that you love will make excuses for you because they love you, and they're good people, and we want to make excuses for each other, but those excuses won't be real. They'll say it to make themselves feel better, and they'll say it in honor of your memory. But the excuses aren't real. We do what we do, and we don't do what we don't do. At the end, that's it, man. That's it. And anything else beyond that is a lie. Anything else beyond that is somebody infantilization. Is that a word? Somebody treating you like an infant. Isn't it infantile? I don't know. I feel like there's a word in there, but I can't quite grasp it. Anyway, treating you like a baby. Treating you like a little baby. Telling you it's going to be okay. Here's your pacifier. It ain't going to be okay, man. You know, when that time comes, it comes. You chose how you lived it, man. And I know how I choose to continue living my life. And or to get back to living my life, because I've gotten away from things a little bit too. No more of that shit. No more of that shit. 2022, 2002, 1992, 2,567,002. Doesn't matter, man. Life is what it is, and this mortality is what it is, and that's it, man. That's it. I'll just keep rambling. I think I've, in my rambling way, gotten the gist of what I wanted to get across, so that's it. 2022, though, man, this is a unique year, different challenges. Move forward towards your goals. Do so bravely and confidently, and don't forget that you are a mortal being, and whether or not there is an afterlife, whether or not there is whatever your belief system is, the fact is, this particular life, you only get one of them, and when it's gone, it's gone. So you decide what that legacy is going to be when you're gone. All right, peace out, friends. Peace and love to everybody. Bye.